Pastor Ron Watts with LaCroix Church is joining me now. The Global Leadership Summit, we've been running the ads. People are excited, and it's happening soon. Good morning, Ron. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Fawn?
Doing great. You know, I've had a few people ask me, are all these people going to be in Cape? It's not like that.
No, this is broadcast all over the country, all over North America, and eventually makes its way around the world. It comes from Chicago. All the speakers are live there, but once you settle into the auditorium and the big screens, it's almost like you're there. It's a very lifelike experience.
I've been to one similar, and you really do feel like you're part of the equation when you're there.
Yeah, when you're in a big auditorium like that anyway, most people watch the screens and not the person live up front. So yeah, it really is. It's as close to being there as you can.
Yeah, and I've been in there for different events and funerals and services and whatever the case may be, and you have a large capacity for seating.
Yeah, we seat about 850, 900 or so.
Yeah, so plenty of room. All right, so who's going to be there, and what are we hoping to accomplish at the Leadership Summit?
Well, the Global Leadership Summit, I think, is the premier leadership summit being offered today. It is a fabulous event that equips people wherever they are in leadership and whatever it is that they are leading. And they bring in just a dynamic set of speakers every year. Some big names, some folks you've not heard of who will surprise you and just blow you away with their material. There's about 10 speakers over the course of 2 days, and some really, really exciting folks and material I think they're going to be offering is amazing.
All right, so how does it work? You sign up, you come as a group or an individual. I guess it's up to you. You just pay the cost of admission. Then how long is the day? Is there lunch provided? All that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's August 7th and 8th, and each day the first speaker is up at 10 a.m., but there's registration before that. You can go online and register there. At LaCroix Church, you can find it under events. And we have food trucks that are there at lunch. You get a pretty generous lunchtime, so if you want to drive to a restaurant, you have time for that as well. It ends around 4:30 each day. So there's a lot of stuff. You get a couple breaks in between, and again, dynamic speakers all throughout both days. So
probably bring some sort of laptop or something to write on.
Whatever you use to take notes, you'll want to bring it because you're gonna take a lot of notes.
But you can't take video, right?
I probably not. I don't remember a specific rule about that. But the nice thing is when you sign up for the summit, you get access to the talks. I think they're available 2 or 3 weeks afterwards, and you have access to them. So if you want to use it personally or show people in your company, you can do that.
Okay. So. Well, that's a nice way of sharing the information. So if your leadership style changes overnight and everyone's like, are you possessed? You can show them what you saw so they understand what happened to you.
I'm doing it this way because of this speaker right here. Watch this. Yeah, exactly.
And then you can say, did it work? Yeah, okay. So why are you holding this? So do we have a lack of leadership? Are people just struggling to connect with people due to the fact we're always on computers? Is the world just changing so fast? What's the reasoning behind it?
Well, I think all of that is true. The Leadership Summit was born with a passion, a conviction that organizations get better when the leaders get better. And whether that's a church, a not-for-profit organization, a bank, you name it, whatever kind of organization it is, when the leaders get better, the employees prosper because of that. They get better, they get served better, and the whole community grows and is strengthened, and it's really designed to help people, and it's not just for folks who lead at really high levels. It's for folks who lead even in small things.
Maybe at home.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The people who are around us deserve our very best, and I we used to say that you come to Summit, you're going to get 2% better, and if you do that for a number of years in a row, well, that's pretty good improvement.
Yeah. Do you do this every year?
Yes.
Okay.
Every August.
Okay, every August they do it. Somebody wants to know why it's at a church. Somebody just asked.
It's a good question. It started at a church, and it is a Christian event. But the fabulous thing here is that people from there's a belief at the summit that if you're humble, you can learn from anyone. So we learn from church leaders, we learn from business leaders, we learn from sports figures. Nick Saban is one of the speakers this year. We learn from folks in academia. We can learn from so many different types of leaders, and so it was originally designed to help church leaders grow and be strengthened, but it's become so applicable to so many different settings that people in the business community, education, not-for-profit world love to bring teams because they really believe it helps their team get stronger.
Yeah, and you know what? And if you really pay attention, everybody's going to take something different away from it, even though you all hear the same thing.
Oh yeah, you can. 3 people can listen to the same talk and come away with 3 different application points.
Yeah.
You know, because it spoke to them differently.
It's no different than playing telephone when you were a kid, where you started out with a purple elephant on the phone and ended up with a pink mouse on the toilet. You know, it's
Right.
never the same when it gets to the end of the rope. All right.
That's right.
So you said you have dynamic leaders from all over the world, some well-known, some not so well-known. Even if you disagree with politics, it's not what it's about. It's not about politics. It's about leadership.
No, that's right. They are apolitical as they can be. It just doesn't touch on the realm of politics, and it's designed to, while it is coming from a church and a Christian perspective, and hopefully will help churches in their leadership, I believe that folks outside the church will feel comfortable. In fact, we've seen that year after year. People come, and they may not have a Christian perspective, but they feel welcomed, and they feel like they got a lot out of the conference.
Well, somebody just said when you say a name like Mark Cuban, it has to be political. I think he kind of leaves that out because he's got more to his life than politics.
Yeah. Well, I don't see him on the list, but got some great speakers. Craig Rochelle, who leads one of the largest churches in the country, Life Church, with like 45 locations around the country. He always opens it up with a fabulous talk. I mentioned Nick Saban. Juliette Fund. Now, she spoke, I guess, maybe a dozen years ago, and she is a performance expert. And I still have things I practice with email because of things she suggested, some hacks about how to optimize your use of email and other communication tools 12 or 15 years ago, whenever it was I heard her, and she's hilarious. And
that helps.
And you'll walk away from her talk with so many great ideas.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
I just texted him back. They had Nick Saban mixed up with Mark Cuban. 2 different people.
Oh, okay.
Not the same
Nick Saban,
guy.
he knows football. He knows football.
God love him.
I've never heard him speak. I'm eager to hear him.
Yeah, it'll be good. So, with that being said, is it expensive to come?
No, not at all. It's about $250, I believe, the current price. I don't have that right here, but yes.
And that's for
it's not.
the whole thing, 2 days.
Yeah, compared to other leadership events, it's ridiculously affordable. I've seen other events equivalent like $1,600 or $2,000 or whatever.
That's insane.
And if you live in the area, you don't have to travel. It's right here.
Yeah, because if you were at the main event live, you'd have to pay for a plane ticket. You'd have to do all that stuff too. So this brings it to you locally. So are you seeing that maybe employers are sending their leaders to this, hoping for results?
Oh, yeah, we see that. We see folks bring teams. And, in fact, I think you will get more out of it as a team. And we provide breakout rooms, and usually there's 5 or 6 groups, companies in town that will bring their key leaders. Some will bring a dozen or more folks. And then they take lunch. They have lunch together, and they do some debriefing. They'll have other sessions following, just to follow up. And so it really becomes a continuing education event for them and a team-building thing. And by the way, many different organizations recognize participation in this for continuing education credits that, like nurses or they're required to have so many credits. First responders and others have to get so many hours. Well, this qualifies for that.
Okay. Well, that's good to know, because if you're looking, people search for those.
Yes, yeah, and sometimes you have to travel far to get those credits. And so right here in town, you can, check with your organization, of course, but we know of a number of organizations that that will honor participation in this as required continuing education or credits in their field.
A friend of mine just texted and said, "Can we nominate people?" I'm guessing you could probably do that anonymously in your office. I don't know what's going on with you, but there you go. All right, but it is happening.
Take that person in your office and say, "We're going to pay for you to go to the summit."
Yeah, happy birthday! Yeah, so LaCroix Church is hosting it, but you are not the sponsors of it. You are just the place that said, "Sure, we'll have it here. We've got a big old screen and a bunch of places to sit. Lots of parking too."
Yes, yeah, and there are a couple hundred. I don't know the exact locations, but I think there's around 250 live venues in North America. And by the way, the cost is $189. I quoted wrong.
That's even cheaper.
Even cheaper, $189 for both days.
Yeah, and then you just factor in your lunch. Make your boss buy you lunch that day if he's making you go to the summit. That way you will like him even more after he learns how to lead better and buys you food. All right, Pastor Ron Watts, where do they go to get tickets or sign up, sir?
They can go to our website and sign up there. Now, there was a global problem with the provider that does our website, so if that doesn't work, you can always Google Global Leadership Summit, and then you can find the location at their website as well.
And sign up there.
In case.
Yeah, pay ahead of time. You can do so online and just get it done. Make sure you list how many people are coming so that everybody's covered when you get there, and then plan to spend a couple of days on the 7th and 8th, sitting in some comfy seats, learning lots of good stuff, so you're a better leader. Pastor Ron Watts, thank you, sir.
Well, thank you for this time.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.